Faithful, faithful, faithful. What's good? You already know what time it is. Everybody keeps saying the 49ers are stacked. The roster's loaded. Coaching intact. We got new coaches. Window still open. Roster's loaded. Coaching intact.
And of course,
we got new
my
coaches.
volume is on. Never fails, right? Never fails. Never freaking fails. Just never fails. Mike, what's going on, bro? We are here. It's time. Free agency is underway. Transition tags is about to happen. Franchise tags about to go down. Mike, I'm excited. We're going to talk about these free agents. Let's get into it. How are you doing first and foremost?
Yo, man, I'm good. You ever find a product that like just is a game changer for you? I'm having one of those moments, bro. Like, this is my first time using this stuff called Aquaphor. You ever heard of it before?
Oh, yeah. I think so.
It's like a chapstick thing. No promo, but like, yo, bro, I put on chapstick probably like 7-8 times a day. I've applied this joint twice today, and it is absolutely incredible, bro. It's thick. It's moisturizing. It's really, really good, man. I'm enjoying it. I feel like my lips are being rejuvenated as I talk, so I'm excited, man. But no, I'm doing really good, man. How about you?
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? And, we were talking about this free agent, and I was saying if the window is still open, if that's true, why does January, it just feels like we keep falling short come January. There's got to be a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? It keeps ending the same way. So on today's episode, tonight, we're not doing hot takes, Mike. We're not doing fantasy signings. We're asking one real question. What are the 49ers actually missing in free agency? That's the question. What are they missing? Is it an elite edge to close out games? That's a question. Is it the offensive line to protect, to survive in January? Trenches matter. Is it another offensive weapon to stretch defenses? Or is it a lockdown corner for this modern day NFL? Because if this team is one move away, we need to identify the move, so lock in. Everybody drop your position in the chat right now. Edge, O-line, cornerback, weapon. Let's debate it. If the 49ers are truly one move away, tonight we are identifying that move. Mike, you ready?
You bam right.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go. You got bam right. Hey, explosion. Boom.
Yeah.
We got a lot of free agent talk that, it's just the beginning. You're going to see a lot of players released from teams. Mike, I want to start this first segment off with the edge. I want to talk edge rushers. Let's talk about how this team it's pretty much, we know it's stacked. It's Nick Bosa's, Michael Williams. And then it's like a lot of, it's probably nobody else. Now that I think about it, a lot of free agents that we are going to be losing to free agency.
Well, let's stay there.
Okay.
I like that. And do we have Nick Bosa?
So that's a good question, right? So he's returning from an ACL injury, and I feel like out of all the people, my faith and confidence in Nick Bosa returning from an ACL injury is at 100. I feel like he has proven it. And so, like, I don't need proof that he's going to struggle returning from an injury. Michael Williams, though, I don't know. Got the Aquaphor rocking. I can see it.
Even if Michael Williams is back, is he really an edge guy?
So let's define edge. I think that's where it's defensive end edge. It's the same thing, but they have different principles to the game because he's an edge setter. He's not an edge rusher.
Michael Williams, you talking about?
Yes, sir.
Edge setter. Yes.
Edge setter. Mm-hmm.
Not an edge rusher. I like how you broke that down. You trust that guy to keep the quarterback in the pocket. He's not escaping to the outside, making running backs cut back inside. I like that. Yeah. But he's not an edge rusher.
He's not an edge rusher.
He don't have that explosive get to the quarterback off the edge in a second and a half.
Correct. And the way they use him, right? The way they use him, Mike, is they'll probably on base downs line him up inside and then put him on, which I don't get. I thought you would want him to set the edge, but you got Nick Bosa and you got Bryce Huff. I think those are your three guys, but I'd rather have Michael Williams and Bosa out there on first and second down, right? Bring in Huff to rush the passer, maybe put Michael inside then,
keep Nick Bosa on the outside all the time, but we've seen Nick Bosa be used on the inside as well, right? Because the key to defense in these 5-man fronts that we're probably going to see with Raheem Morris is stunning, and them looking a little bit different, like up front.
Yeah. And that's kind of what's exciting about this whole exercise that we're about to do is like one, identifying the players, hoping that they're back, and then maybe they do need a little bit more help. Maybe we can find another one of those pieces to come in here and be an edge setter or, you know what I mean, an edge rusher, right? Edge setter versus edge rusher. I really like how you did that. So it's gonna be it's pretty cool. I do think that there's a chance that the Niners might be okay there. I do believe in the recovery process for both of these guys.
I'm glad you believe, because when you don't believe, whew, it's tough having conversations when Mike faith is being tested. But I'm glad that you said you believe. Everybody heard it right here that you believe.
I did. I said it. I admitted it, and I'm not gonna stray away from it. I do believe that we should get Bosa and Williams back in time for the season, and they won't just be like portions of themselves. They're gonna hit the ground running and ready to go.
Bang, bam, boom, bam, pow, wham! Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew, man. Everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys just showing you some love up here. Some names I want to mention. Free agents, there's tons of them. All right, now I ain't going top tier. There's Trey Hendrickson, Khalil Mack, Haason Reddick, Joey Bosa. I'll name a guy, Yetur Gross-Matos, Samson Ebukam, Arden Key. Let me stop, because I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. Here's a name though, Arnold.
Come on, say it. Is it baby?
Abikity? Okay, I didn't know if it was Ebikati or Ebikatai, whatever it is. It's a guy out of Penn State that I liked. Hey man, he's a former Falcon, former Raheem Morris guy. Could be a target. Could be. Connections matter. Boye Mafe is my guy, bro. Like this kid. Like this kid a lot out of Minnesota. Let's talk about this big name though. Let's talk about Bradley Chubb. Bradley Chubb has been released from the Miami Dolphins. So let's talk about Bradley Chubb, bro, because I think that's a big name. A lot of people were giving a lot of flack on Mr. Chubb, because his production lacked. And so, Mike, I feel like you've been rubbing off on me way too much. I've known you too long, because usually I don't respond to people until it's doing what, Mike? You said it on the last show.
Oh, I can't remember the phrase I said.
It's insulting my intelligence. So when you tell me a person sucked, right? Mike, if I told you that Bradley Chubb had 8.5 sacks last year, you call that a suck season?
Better than anything we had to offer.
So that's a fair comment. I want to know if that's a suck season though, because
no, I don't think it sucks.
His max was 12, so he's right there at 80% of the max, and he only got 12 sacks 1 year in his career.
Right.
I don't know if you got his career stats pulled up, but
he's back. You know, and that's coming off the ACL. He's back. So you know that's what you want to see is a guy get back to his norm. He didn't have a 0 sack season. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have one of those seasons where he came back from the ACL and was 1.5, 2. It wasn't that. He went in there and he handled business. He came in there, 8.5 sacks, coming back. He's still young. I mean, relatively young. He might be 30 by the time the season starts.
He'll be 30 when the season starts, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, these guys can also play to 35, 36 at a highly effective rate. I mean, Justin Houston played for how many? He might still be in the NFL for all I know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I
get where you're going.
So I like it. I think that he is somebody that the Niners should be looking at. What's the price tag going to be? If people think that 8.5 is a down year, what's that going to cost?
I mean, his mark.
Do you got to answer it? But
his market value is up there.
Is it more than 18?
I would say it's is it 15, 16 million? I'm looking for his name specifically.
Okay, I see what you're doing. And while you look that up, he also makes regular tackles. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
that's
not
important. How important is making regular tackles, Mike? How
come
many
on, bro.
and tackles for losses too? I think that's
Yes.
important because that's where you come in. That's your gift.
Mhm.
Niner Faithful had a question while I looked this up. Is Omenihu a free agent? He is. I wanted to put that out there. Charles Omenihu is a free agent. So I'm looking on Spot Rack right now, and I'm checking. And I thought his name would have been at the top of this list, but they might have him as
It
defensive.
might not be officially released yet, so he might still be.
Good point.
Yeah, so it might be one of those things that's going to happen when the new league year starts. But as of right now, he might not. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But to say that, I think he's going to be 15 to 18 million, which I'm willing to pay. You're paying Bryce Huff $17 million this year, bro. I didn't know if you knew that.
Bro, for real? What?
For real? It was it was you traded for him, so you had to take on that contract. That was part of the trade. That was the contract the Eagles made with him. So you took on that last year. That they could listen. We could talk cap a little bit. It's not the cap show, but 17, bro.
For Bryce Huff?
I mean, you got him on a last year and then on this year. I mean, they think the cap hits like 4 million or whatever for him. You could release him. He could be a cap casualty, and you just eat 4 mil.
I hope they hungry because they got to eat that.
Yeah, that's gonna be dead cap money.
Is he worth 17 mil?
It's
like,
so weird,
there?
bro. It's so weird. Based off of production, absolutely not.
Based off of that's it. That's
no. Because that was based off of production. I'm saying that's based off of production because I felt like the trajectory of Bryce Huff was about to be crazy because pre-Nick Bosa injury, it just didn't it feel right like Bryce was about to eat. I think he had two sacks in one game, and then we were like, oh, and then he didn't get no more sacks for the rest of the year. I think he got 2 more.
It's tough to gauge because we're talking about such a small sample size.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
These guys just didn't play together a lot. I'm sorry, they just didn't. And so, like, I don't know how it was going to go. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to shape out. And so it's a little tough. That's a lot to take on the chin and just assume that, all right, it's going to work out.
Mike, here's my thing, right? The Niners, okay, and we could debate this. We're talking edge. There's a few positions, Mike, where you just can't be cheap as fuck. I mean, cheap. Sorry. You just can't. You can't be cheap. Edge is one of them. You can't piss, patch, mismatch, make edge rushers and expect them to do damage. Because when the time comes to go after the passer, Mike, and you can't get to the passer, I mean, we had 20 sacks. We were 32nd in sacks. We had 20 sacks. There's a player in the league that out-sacked our whole team. Whole team.
All of them.
Mike, my thing is this, man.
One man.
If you're not going to draft that guy, okay, which you don't have to. You did it in Nick Bosa. You drafted that guy. You're paying that guy. The window. We talk about a window being open. Window's not closed depending on how we choose to spend this money. I think edge rusher is one of those positions, Mike. You could play with the cornerback position. You could even play with the offensive line. We've been doing it for 7, 8 to 9 years. We've been playing with it. And we've been in 2 Super Bowls with a played offensive line. But you know what you can't play with? The trenches on the defensive side.
Edges. Yeah. You gotta get those trenches right, man. It don't matter how good your offense is if you can't stop the opposing team. Look at the Bears. You gotta be able to stop that opposing team. The Bears put up 40 points against us and lost. You know how
they almost won. How about that?
But like, you know how crazy that is? First of all, you know how crazy it is that we put up over 40 and almost lost? Like, do you understand how bad that is? That's all defense. And it starts in the trenches, bro. It starts in the trenches. You got to get it right. So I like the edge exercise. Let me ask you this question, man. What do you think about Azeez Ojulari?
That's another guy that I like, right? And so, like, this is a guy to me that still has a high ceiling. And shout out, I think that's Tony in the chat. I can't tell Tony, you got a bunch of extra stuff next to your name. You just need to change your name to NJ9999999, and we know it's you. But shout out to Tony. Tony was on with me on Monday. Mike, I like Azeez Ojulari. I don't like his production in the NFL, but I think he's been underutilized and misused. I got 2 tiers of edge rushers, right? I'm not even on the Trey Hendrickson train because we got that guy. His name is Nick Bosa. I'm on a Bradley Chubb, which is totally in a Haason Reddick. Totally different types of edge rushers. One's speed, one's power to speed. It's 2 different styles, but those names, even at their age, still ring bells. Now, I know Haason Reddick had a down year last year, I think in Tampa Bay, but he's a free agent. And I know Brock Purdy would be like, yo, motherfucker, come on over to this team since you broke my UCL and let me break your ass off into this team and get me some sacks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but do we need Reddick if we have Huff?
Yes.
They're the same type of pass rusher.
No, they're not. Absolutely not. They win different. They're not. They're supposed to be the same. That's like D Ford.
They're the speed guy off the edge, right?
But they win. But they win differently. I think Huff speed is power, rush, and Haason Reddick's speed is length, arms, crazy wingspan, move around, can get around, can bend. You know, we haven't talked about bend in a long time, bro. I want to do a shout out to Nigel because we are live on the show. He just gifted a membership on my channel to Edward Austin, man. Welcome to the Breezy Bunch crew. All right, go ahead, bro.
No, yeah. So, I mean, I do get what you're saying, though. So, neither of those guys are like the tactician type guy, but you're talking about the bend, and that's what Reddick brings to the table. You say
it's different.
He creates that angle, that bending, that
yeah. Whew. So those to me would be the top tier guys, but let's go to that second tier, the Azeez Ojularis, the Boye Mafes. I got a name for you, Kingsley.
Second tier.
Kingsley Enagbare from the Packers. I think he's out of Texas A&M. I remember him coming out of college, Mike, and I was in love with him. I think the Packers used him wrong. I think this is where Kyle Shanahan thrives. John Lynch, they thrive when these players get released by these teams, become free agents, because they go get the guys that were on their big boards.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers did something this year.
What they do?
They went out and they traded for this guy.
Yes. Traded for who?
They traded for the V guy. Let's be honest.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure. I didn't know. Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say. Okay.
Yes.
No, I didn't know what you meant.
They traded for Micah Parsons, right?
I wasn't know what you meant. You said traded for the guy. I got you. There's a difference between a guy and the guy. They had a guy.
Yeah.
They went and got the guy.
They had a guy.
This guy's expendable now. Right. They're not bringing him back.
So boom. Right. You let him go. And I mean, he's going to walk. But what did he do in the absence of Parsons to improve his value?
I don't think it's hard. It's hard, right? It's hard to improve your value when the guy comes in because now your reps lessen. So the question is, when Parsons got injured, what did he do? But I just think that I just feel like this guy in the right system would thrive. These are guys that can win off the edge. They're packed with power. They got high motors. You know why Chris Kosiric sucks? Because
I want people to like me today.
They love you. You want to know why Chris Kosiric sucks? Because
why?
I don't think he has his guys anymore. What were the 2 things Chris Kosiric coveted? Get off and motor. Where them guys gone? You lost them.
Nah.
So you don't think that's it? I do.
No.
I don't think he has motor guys.
I'm not gonna blame the players for his failures. I'm not
blaming the play. I'm not blaming the players, but you used to say to me the offensive line would be better if Chris Forster would be better if he got better pieces. So now I can't say the same shit about Chris Kosiric.
You can, but they go out and they get you those guys that do those.
But he doesn't have those guys.
YGM and Huff are exactly what you just explained.
No,
They're the get off in the.
no. YGM does not have that get off. He's supposed to have the motor, but his motor ran out. It's unfortunate.
What about Huff?
Huff is small and situational. But when you had to make him the starter guy, his motor ran out. Those guys aren't built for.
What about the Khalil that we had in the middle? His get off was crazy. The little dude. We drafted him.
Oh my gosh, my mind is drawing a blank.
Is it Davis?
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know who you're talking about.
Is it Davis? Is it Khalil Davis? What's his name? Khalil.
Oh, Khalil Davis. Oh no, Khalil Davis.
The one that we drafted.
Oh, Khalil Davis. He's got to get off. Yeah. But he's bottom barrel rotation. He's got to play. Unfortunately, guess what he is? Free agent or restricted free agent, if I'm not mistaken. He'll be back. So they'll get that guy back in there.
I don't know, man.
I'm not blaming. I'm not saying Chris Kosiric, but it's you run a wide nine and you don't have those pieces, and you're going from your starters to bench to third string. But if you have these,
you keep running the same system. Yeah, you keep running the same formation as if you have those pieces.
So that's why you're going to get on them. I got you.
Yes.
Make the adjustments is what you're saying.
Yes.
I don't think you can make if this, Mike, let me ask you this. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to disagree with that.
These guys we can't pretend like these guys have only always lined up wide nine and with those spacing, with those gaps that they put in this defensive line. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Mike. If you were going to sign a free agent defensive end, who is your guy and why?
Defensive end. Am I only picking one?
Yes.
Yeah. Just one.
We got enough money for one. Yeah. We got you want to know how much money we got at cap space? We roughly 30. I would say about 36 to 42 mil.
Okay.
And it could be flipped to about 60 mil after restructures and stuff, I think.
The two names that I have here are Azeez Ojulari and I have Abikidi.
See, I like that. Who's the second person?
Two names that I have here. Abikidi.
I like those guys. Abikidi is how many years is he in the NFL? Is it 8, 9? I would go younger because
exactly.
I would go with speed.
So that means you're going with Ojulari.
I would go with Boye Mafe.
How old is Mafe? Oh, let's see.
That to me, Mafe is my guy.
He's 27. He's the same age as Abikidi, but
okay,
what's his name is younger than both of them. He's only 25.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of experience, and he's only 25.
Ojulari coming from the Eagles. You want to go another Eagle guy? Because it just seems like those players don't work out here. I'm asking us,
bro. Eagles players haven't worked here since we got Nnamdi Asomugha, bro. Do you remember,
bro? and you know why he didn't work?
Brian Westbrook.
Brian. You know why Nnamdi didn't work? Because he was a man corner and we play zone, bro.
And we tried to put that man in zone, and he got ate up and down this field.
He didn't understand zone. He did not understand zone, bro. Like that junk is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I just watched a movie that he was in too. I just watched
yeah. All right, let's flip the script. So Mike said he wants Azeez Ojulari. Love it. I'm just so high on Boye Mafe or Kingsley and Nagbari. I think those would be two guys if we didn't want to spend the bread and get a guy like Bradley Chubb. Let me just be clear. Bradley Chubb, if he wants to win a championship,
he's number one with a bullet.
Silver.
Yeah. Right. But it's going to cost you.
Yes.
So if you want to try to take a little cheaper way out, then this is what you do. I get you. I like that.
Yes.
Because
so let me ask the
chat. He's going to give you what you're looking for sure.
Let's ask the chat a quick question. Is the edge the luxury move or the necessity? Is the edge the luxury move or the necessity? Let's get some answers, Mike. Focus on those that are members, and let's see if they put some stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? Is the edge the luxury move or the necessity? We'll kick off and get into some offensive line play right there. I see JP Hellahar says luxury.
Interesting.
I want to know your take on that. Terradone says necessity. Need. It's a need.
I forgot about Hargrave.
Niner Goat says necessity because Michael can't rush a lick.
Peachy says necessity.
Necessity.
Big Daddy luxury.
Here they come with the luxuries, though. Here come the.
I don't understand. Let me just remind people there are 4 positions that you're going to overpay in the NFL. Number 1, quarterback. Number 2, offensive left tackle, predominantly because most quarterbacks are right. Number 3, your edge rusher, the guy that can create and generate pressure by any means necessary. And now I'm making up number 4, Mike. I think everything else after that is luxury. Linebacker, cornerback, safety.
Linebacker, running back.
Well, those are all luxury pieces.
You said corner, quarterback, edge.
If it's a lockdown corner, then yes, it would be necessity, right?
Yeah.
But that's if you play man.
Yeah.
Which I think the Niners are going to switch off to. We got a lot of necessities.
I think finding the right edge guy is a necessity, guys. The only reason you would think it's a luxury going into this offseason is if you think the answers are already in-house. So I understand why people would say that. If you believe in Mykel Williams and Nick Bosa and maybe even Bryce Huff, you throw those 3 guys in there, you might say, hey, we're going after another edge. It's a luxury pick. If you believe in those 3 guys. Mm-hmm. If you don't believe in those 3 guys, cumulatively, I'm talking about I do believe in Nick Bosa, but I don't believe in the other 2. If you don't believe in all 3 of them together to be a cohesive unit this year, then boom, it becomes a necessity.
Can we show Niner faithfuls some love? Bare necessity. Like, I automatically started singing this from Jungle Book. Like, and it's not spelled the same way, but I know what you're doing there, brother. We got you, bro. This is how you do it right here.
That's my jam too. I ain't gonna hold
that.
You.
Is my jam. I was
sing that once a week.
But look, man, and I'm glad we're having this free agent exercise because this happens before the draft. I mean, we're going to get hit with the combine and draft prospects and all that stuff. We're going to be here all daggone offseason. Let's switch over, Mike, into the segment 2. Let's talk offensive line and why, interior pressure in big games. I really feel like the Niners lose in January because they lose in the trenches. We could not score any points because we could not move the ball. We could not run the ball. We could not protect the quarterback at the end of the day. And keeping the run game elite for Christian McCaffrey is a must, not even a plus. January all trench battles. That's the issue. Mike, what you got to say? Because here's the debate line.
Yeah.
You don't win championships from your back. You don't win championships from your back. Sound the alarm.
We're not talking running back, baby.
We're not talking running back, baby. We talking BP gas high octane 93 on his backside.
Let me start with love. I want to give the Niners offensive line some love.
Okay.
Because
there's a round of applause. We
can keep it short. Cut it. That's it. I watched that Super Bowl, and I will say that they protected Brock more.
They did.
Than what I saw in that Super Bowl. That Super Bowl, bro, that defensive line could not be stopped by the Seahawks. They were after every single snap. It just looked like chaos and pandemonium. And as bad as our offensive line was, we looked significantly better than that Broncos offensive line. That's where the love starts, and that's where the love stops. That's exactly where it stops, bro. This Niners offensive line, one, we've got to get younger.
Mm-hmm. Faster.
We've got to get faster. Mm-hmm. Wayne, we have to get stronger. All of this finesse, I mean, I need us to be able, it's 3rd and 1. Let's go in there and not even second guess it. Why are we lining up in shotgun? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing like I formations and 3rd and 1s? Like, I understand we got juice, but do we have to do that, bro?
Because the
I'm in Patriots. I'm in Patriots. Y'all know who I meant. Come on, Terry.
Because the offensive line, Mike, is so suspect in short yardage situation.
Yes.
Kyle Shanahan rather lose 99 yards instead of running the ball up the middle of the game 1. My issue was not why not just quarterback sneak it. I think I don't want the run.
It didn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense. I don't want the run. I just quarterback sneak it. Now
you know why you don't quarterback sneak it?
Why?
Because you don't think your offensive line is strong enough. That's where you get the yard. It's not from the quarterback.
But we've been doing it successfully, and Brock was like 100 for 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he
Yes.
really didn't get him. And so
Yes.
I don't know if Kyle felt like those defenses were going to be waiting for it and they were going to fuck Brock up because them defensive lines were ferocious. That's why you got to get younger on the defense, and that's why you keep drafting
Yes.
defensive guys in the first and second round. That's
And
exactly why.
And here's the beauty with getting young guys right now. That Seattle defensive line, that's going to be there for the next 3 or 4 years, right?
We ain't even talk about the Rams.
Imagine getting right now. Imagine you being a young guy, you coming in here and you get punched in the mouth, and now you sitting here thinking, I got to deal with this for the rest of my first contract. Like that's gotta spark. That's why I'm excited for Dominic Pooney next year. That's why I'm excited for Pooney for next year. He got to make the roster again, but that's why I'm excited for Pooney next year. There's no way he's going to take that kind of whooping and just come back and be like, yeah, okay, everything is good. He's got it, but so we have to get tougher. We have to get stronger. We have to get more fit. We got to get nasty.
Yeah,
we got to get nasty in there, man. We need to bring in some people who were orphaned at the age of 7. You know what I'm saying?
I know where you're going.
Living on the street. We got to get somebody with a nasty mentality. You know what we need we need the Kinlaw mentality, not physicality. We need the Kinlaw mentality on the offensive line.
I'm glad I let you finish speaking because you took the words right out of my mouth. You talked about being stronger. I mentioned getting faster. You talked about getting younger, and I was gonna be the fourth one to come in and say, "Well, we need a different mentality." But you know where that starts? With the coaching.
Where exactly you mean when you say coaching?
You know, you want to have this conversation. This is what you try.
I do because
you do?
I'm ready to defend my boy. You know I'm gonna defend my boy.
It's not just Robert Saleh. I mean, Robert Saleh oversaw the whole defense. I think it's his other coaches.
About the offensive line.
Oh, and even on the listen, you could defend Chris Forrester all you want, and I will too. I like Chris Forrester. I just feel like I'm ready to move on. I want to get. I said I want to get younger.
I agree.
That didn't mean just players. So, Mike,
okay, you cooking.
Remember in our group text, and then who was it? Was it NY to the Bay? I mentioned the coach. And he said, "Damn, he catches strays. He damn sure is." Bobby Turner could go. Bobby could go. Chris Forrester could go. When what's his name? Brian Fleury left. I shouted and danced. I'm on it. Bro, you can't give me another tight end not named George Kittle. I don't care about no undrafted free agents that develop. Them cats developed because they was playing with their back against the wall, and that's why they developed. They were like, I only got one shot. I'm gonna catch every pass. Just explain to me, Jake Tonjes, who does he remind you of?
He reminds me of Dwelly. He reminds me of Ross Dwelly.
That is Ross Dwelly reincarnated. What happened to Ross Dwelly, Mike?
He went and then came back and then was never back again.
After catching every pass, having the softest hands on the team, lining up in the backfield as a fullback, what happened to Ross Dwelly, Mike?
Nothing.
They started drafting guys, Mike, and they pushed them down. Yeah. What's going to happen to Jake Tonjes, Mike?
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Because people think I'm crazy, Mike. When I don't, you didn't mention Jake Tonjes. Jake Tonjes can't block. At least Ross Dwelly could block. There's a reason why guys go undrafted. And there's reasons why those undrafted players be on this team, Mike. It's because Kyle Shanahan manipulates the hell out of the contract as much as he can, bro.
Yes. The Niners don't, but see, I think the positions that we complain the most about, think about this. Okay. And this, oh, wow. Full circle moment. Watch this. Your take on defending Chris Kocurek was lack of players, right? Mm-hmm. But then you just said Chris Forrester can go. Mm-hmm. You said Bobby Turner.
But see, Kocerek's still young to me.
Bobby, but hear me out.
Bobby,
no, it's cool.
Okay,
it's cool. I know the ages, but watch this, right? Turner, Forrester, Fleury. You over all them guys, right? Mm-hmm. And I understand that. Mm-hmm. You know what those three guys have in common that Kocurek doesn't?
What's that?
First and second round picks invested in their position groups.
Okay.
That's fair.
That now it's tough.
No,
to
no,
be
no,
a
no. That's
tight end
the
who's drafted that
100% fair.
high.
You don't gotta go away from that. That's 100% accurate.
Come on now.
That's
Come on
100%
now.
accurate.
And that's always my beef. That is the start and finish with my beef with Kosaric, because we have thrown so much of that position group. We abandon all those other position groups. We just don't invest in them that way.
Chris Kosaric's best offensive draft prospect lineman was Dominic Pooney.
Forrester's, yes.
Forrester, sorry, my bad.
I got you.
Kosaric was Nick Bosa, obviously.
He got 2 second rounders. Was Banks a second rounder also?
He got Banks, but he did get Banks, but it didn't make sense drafting a power gap and we're trying to be wide zone.
They said he wasn't a fit.
I didn't think he was a fit when we drafted him, but that would have been the highest. That would have been his best prospect. Second round, Aaron Banks was second round. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So,
Forgot.
but that's it. And when they both got their first year of a starter, because remember Banks sat for the first year, he came in the second year, was like, oh, maybe we got something, right? You put Pooney in his rookie year, it's like, oh, maybe we got something. The very next year, it's like, oh man, maybe we don't. Now is that the league catching up to him?
Was McGlinchey
was a first round pick?
But was he
he here when Forrester was here?
Yeah, was that a Forrester guy or the guy before Forrester? That's what we got to find out. And
I'm
Tony, you're right.
Now.
I agree with Tony here. When you have a coach that develops UDFAs, it says he's a good coach. I'm not saying he's not a good coach.
What? Wait,
I said that I'm ready to move on.
UDFAs?
Oh, Ross Dwelly. We were talking about the tight ends. He's still on the tight ends. So Dwelly and Jake Tonjes.
Stop it. Flory has not developed anybody. Stop it. We're going to stop that right now. Dwelly was here before Flory got here and had his best season before he got here. And Flory was here when we let go of Ross Dwelly the first time. So stop. We were looking for Ross Dwelly replacements while Flory was here. He hasn't developed anybody. Not one tight end has he developed. George Kittle, the Niners' best tight end, was here before Flory was here. Stop it. Just stop. He hasn't developed anybody. No one. Not a single one of them. So we got to stop saying he did. I don't care that he got hired for being offensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan could have a professional butt wiper. They're going to be hired as a offensive coordinator somewhere in the NFL because you're under Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, that's true.
So just stop. We got to stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Back to Chris Forrester. He came to the Niners and who was this? This is a soccer player. I spelled his name wrong. That's why. My bad.
You just made me mad.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry because I don't understand this infatuation with
Terrence said you've been waiting all day.
God, like I try to be nice, bro. I swear, I promise you, I try to be nice, bro. This dude, no. He's not good. He's not good. I don't care that he got hired.
It's to me, either we needed to keep drafting tight ends from Iowa or we just didn't develop any other tight end other than George Kittle. And I think a lot of that was on George Kittle. I really do. I think George Kittle developed George Kittle. That's just my take.
Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. Yes, I do. I do believe that. I'm completely there with you on that.
Mike, you got a super chat. So before you read that, get your super chat on. It's on your channel.
It says here, ¿Qué pasa, mi gringos? It's February, bro. Anyway, Ross Dwelly is dwelling in the unemployment line. He's with the Lions, I believe. Tu es loca grande ventoso. Breezy, I don't know what that means, but I believe I read that right. Kosaric is caca. Forrester is caca too. There you go.
I just think
he don't like the Chris's. He has been adamant about that too.
That's true. What up, Sean? I just think it's time to move on from. It's time for a change, and I think that's okay.
He came to the Niners in 2019. McGlinchey was drafted when?
2018.
He became the offensive line coach in 2021. So McGlinchey wasn't one of his picks.
No, that's what we said. Yeah, we were agreeing with that.
Oh, we did. Okay, all right.
Yeah. There was not a disagreement there.
Invest in that position and see what they can do. As coaches, invest in it. If all I throw at your position group are undrafted free agents, somebody got to work. Somebody got to catch passes at some point.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
We literally didn't have anybody else to throw to when Tongus started to play.
Yeah,
we had nobody else.
And I know he had 5-6 touchdowns this year. I mean, there was him. It was you couldn't keep putting Farrell out there.
Right. He couldn't catch a cold.
It's just so weird, bro. It's just so weird. Guys, look, if y'all just joining,
Look. Smash that like button. Period. End of discussion. If you just joined in, smash that like button. Also, make sure you check out the pinned comment in the poll question. Get your vote on because I do got to go back. I'm going to go try to find the poll question so I can read the votes and see what you guys said in the poll question that is on the YouTube community. Mike, we didn't talk about any free agent offensive lines. We only talked about how bad our offensive line. You know why? Mike, there's only one offensive lineman I think we saw. Here, let me just give you this take real quick. Mike, tell me if you could agree, thumbs up or thumbs down. Trent Williams, thumbs up, thumbs down.
What's the question?
Oh, this is your offensive line. Left tackle, Trent Williams. All right, I'm going to skip over to guard. Right now,
Thumbs up.
I don't know who's going to play guard, right? Because Spencer Burford's a free agent. I don't know what they're going to do.
We're giving up on Pooney?
No, right guard. It's right guard. Left guard.
You going from left to right?
Yeah,
I'm with you.
left to right. Center, Jake Brindle. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumb down. I got to say it.
Right guard, Dominic Pooney. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'm going to give it a thumbs up. That's my surprise.
You better give it a thumbs up. Right tackle. God dang it. Higher rated in PFF over Brock Purdy. This dude was sick. Nope. Not this show. I'm going to say Cole McKivitz. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I gotta say thumbs down.
Huh?
I know. Listen,
he don't look
say
good
thumbs
sometimes,
because,
bro. I'm sad sometimes he don't look good, man.
It's just like when he's off, but like he's definitely serviceable. And I like that he bet on himself this year. I'm gonna be a Pro Bowler. He came out and he put his money where his mouth was. The boy went out there, he played some solid ball.
Dude's a top 20 tackle in the league, bro.
Yeah.
It's a thumbs up for me. So you got your bookends, right? And so like just looking
I'm not mad at it being a thumbs up.
Okay, but just looking at your free agency, you're not addressing the tackles. All right. And so there's only two positions that you're probably going to target. And I'm gonna be a blunt honest. I don't see Jake Brindle going nowhere. And I just think he's gonna start. Because I don't think, you're gonna be able to sign. Here's my guy. Free agent. The only person I'm targeting in free agency from the offensive line is Tyler Lindenbaum, so that the run game we can average 4 to 5 point yards per carry. That's it. That's all I'm looking. That's all I want to do. That's what we need to do. He's a better pass blocker. He's a better run blocker. That's what you do. Jake Brindle could be the backup at that point.
Can you look up another center for me real quick?
Oh,
Tyler Lindenbaum is the number one with a bullet.
He's number one.
He's number one. PFFs
Everybody else after
that
stuff. Mike, you're gonna be mad. I don't have to look this shit up because I did this the other day. I did my own exercise. And if you check out my Twitter post, I said something about centers. Mike, I was so flabbergasted at what I researched. There were only 3 centers that graded higher than Jake Brindle and versus PFF. And I know a lot of people don't like PFF because they be like, oh, it's trash. But he had a decent grade. PFF, Jake Brindle, 70.2. You had one center that was 70.6, one center that was 70.8, and then you had Tyler Lindenbaum in 80s.
Was Case Mays either?
He's a fucking 50. And the 49ers today announced they have re-signed their backup center, offensive lineman Nick Zakelj, to a 1-year extension.
Is he the backup center? Is Hennessy gone?
I think Hennessy's a free agent. I think they chose Zakelj over Henne.
You can see what's coming, right? You can see what's coming. And we're going to be throwing mad stuff. I got to buy a new TV. Guys, start your pot right now.
I need a 115-inch TV, man. I'm trying to upgrade because this one going to be broke. You know what I'm saying? This 75 not going to do it. Because I can tell you right now, coming. Jake Brindle is going to be the starting center. He going to be in Australia trying to catch mates and kangaroos and all over the football field. He ain't going to be to block anything. And then Zakelj? Really? That's how they doing us?
I mean, but they got to build up the 90, so, it could just be one of those things. Was it was it like a real extension? It was just 1 year.
It's a 1-year
right?
extension, bro.
Yeah. And they saying Hennessy should be back because he's a restricted free agent, so he should be back.
I don't think is he restricted?
That's what Howdy just said. I don't know. I don't have none of that pulled up in front of me. But that was funny though, bro.
He's not restricted. Henne has been in the league for like 95. He's going. What year is he going on? Year 7? He's not.
You said since 95. I heard you.
I did. He's not restricted, man. Well, according to Spot Rack, he's unrestricted free agent. So
All right, so that takes care of the center position. You are all in. You were putting all the chips. If the Niners get one thing right this year,
just
it
go
is
get the
Tyler
center.
Linderbaum.
Let me just express this why though. The Niners offense moves when the center moves. When the center is intact, Kyle Shanahan is in his bag. If you go back to the one center where it worked like it was clockwork was Alex Mack. We thought that guy from the Giants was going to work, but he got hurt. We don't know. We can't sit here and say what we don't know. What we do know is when Alex Mack took over and became the center, this offense, Christian McCaffrey was averaging like almost 7 yards a carry. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
This is what I don't get about this team, bro, because everything you say in is gospel. If that position is so important to you, why won't you invest the first or second round pick in it?
Because they're not always available. They're not always available. We missed out on 3 because we had to draft other positions.
Did we? We didn't have to take another wide receiver in the first round, bro.
What the wide receiver we took?
Ayuk, Pearsall.
We definitely needed Ayuk. He just ain't panning out right now. So let's miss me with that. Now Pearsall, I'm with you. We There were two different receivers though, and we didn't know that at that time.
They were different styles. We weren't sure if
how they were going to be used.
I think was still here. We didn't know how anybody was going to be used, and there was still
a
bunch of other guys here. I just feel like they created a need. And if that position is so important to your offense, how don't you invest early in it, just a time or two? Like they haven't done it. I think the centers we drafted were 6th and 7th round guys, and it was only like 1 or 2 of them. Bro, I was beating the table for a guy named C.J. West. Was it C.J. West?
No, it was Addison West out of Arizona State.
Is that what his name was?
Yes.
He ended up playing like the UFL.
Not
or
Addison
like
West, but it was West. But he played for Arizona
West,
State.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then there was a Poe.
Well, Poe wasn't really he was undersized. So you mean, and here's what I don't get. They undrafted, right? Because Poe was undrafted. So the Niners signed 2 undrafted free agent undersized centers because they got the kid from Michigan too. Make that make sense.
Donovan West.
Donovan West.
Donovan West.
Because his name was like D-O-H-N.
Yeah.
Don, like John.
Yeah. But
we did miss out on Creed Humphrey, guys. We did. That's a miss.
That's what I don't understand. If this position is so important to you, I just don't understand why you won't invest in it, bro. You're just banking on having to overpay one when he becomes, and if he becomes available in free agency. You can't do that, bro. I beat you to it, Crazy Juice.
You did. Sean got another super chat on your channel, Mike.
This one's on yours, bro.
All right, man. Mike likes pose.
Oh, it's mine.
We need linemen. Tired of all except Pooney. Trent can go too. He's old. Get Cousins as a backup. Defensive lineman, 1 corner, 1 fame changing safety bet. All right, so he's saying go get a.
So that's his offseason plan there.
Yeah, that's the offseason plan.
Okay, yeah, game changing safety.
Yeah, game changing.
So he wants a game changing safety. Which, by the way, we got to talk about somebody who might be potentially available. I saw you post it.
Yeah,
I saw you post it.
Yeah.
He says 1 corner.
Yeah.
1 defensive lineman and Cousins as a backup. Now, if he's getting Cousins as a backup, does that mean that he's trading Mack for draft capital? Because you don't need them both.
Absolutely.
And Mack is under contract.
Yeah, this is under, to me, this would be under the assumption you moving on from Mack getting some draft capital.
Yeah. Okay. Sean cooking, but that's a lot if you're getting rid of Trent. And he said you can't say all the offensive linemen can go except Trent
because Trent is still the best offensive lineman on this roster.
Right. But here's the thing. You can't say we get rid of everybody except Pooney. That's too many holes to fill. I don't care who you trade away. You can't put together that whole new one team did it and had some success with it. The Bears did it, right? Didn't the Bears get 3 or 4 new offensive linemen that last offseason?
The Bears invested in the offensive line and they were in the playoffs. Yeah. The Niners didn't and they were in the playoffs. You see how that shit works?
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's so weird we're having this conversation, but we know from our fan base we need to invest in the offensive line, period.
Yeah.
It's time, right?
Right. Whether you like 2 or you only like 1, it's still 3 other problems that you got to address. You know what I'm saying? His hate on Trent wasn't even hate. It was just he's too old. That's Father Time. You can't keep that.
That's fine.
So I'm not even mad at that, right?
No.
You got to even if you get the left tackle and it's not for this year, Let him learn the trend so then you can transition and it be smooth. You still
They
got to
not.
address the
That's not how the Niners operate, bro. They'll get a left tackle, it just won't be a guy you want. Jack Knox, keep up the great work, guys. Thank you for the super chat contribution, Jack. We appreciate you. Mike, this is gonna be tough, man. Offensive lineman. If there's an offensive lineman you're going after in free agency, who is it? Me,
I
it's
got
Tyler.
two names here.
So you can mention two, but Tyler Linderbaum is my guy. I'm all in. I don't care about anybody else.
Okay, no, I'm off the centers. I have mine separated by centers and guards.
Go ahead.
That's why. So I'm off the centers. Tyler Linderbaum made my list also. So Linderbaum, I apologize, made my list also. I got two guards for you. I have no idea where they rank. Ed Ingram, Zion Johnson.
So Zion Johnson is a guy that I'm super high on. Ingram, he can kiss his ass goodbye. But Zion Johnson is a guy I wanted out of Boston College. Okay. I think he can come in. Because you said, what did you want to do on the offensive line? You said you want to change the
younger
identity.
and stronger and nastier. Yes, sir. Come on, man.
I think that's a piece Chris Forrester can work with. When you don't got to teach a guy to be how to be nasty, you're good.
Come on, bro.
Sometimes you just need nasty ass, blue collar, low down. I'ma put your muscle bound face in the sand type players, bro.
Okay, LL reference. I see you.
You know what we do. Let me stop.
Don't get me hype over here. I see it. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Mike, let's switch the segment because damn, we got 9 minutes left. We gotta speed this up.
Okay.
All right.
Lockdown corner. Let's talk about this one corner and free agent. Now, I love Deommodore Lenoir. I really feel like he's a nickelback. I do. But I know we got the nickelback in Upton Stout, and you're going to use Demo on the outside. If the Niners play, let me ask you this hypothetical question. If the Niners play more man coverage this year, do you still trust Demo?
Yes, I trust him more.
Okay.
I trust him more.
Okay, and that's fair. So Renardo Green, Darrell Luter Jr. are going to be some of your guys coming back. Now you're bringing in Gray, who can coach these guys in the secondary, and Raheem Morris and his scheme fits, being able to coach these guys. Do the Niners need to go out and address the cornerback position? Because Reek Woolen is a high free agent target to the 49ers this offseason, which is what you want. But what does that say? Because I feel like with our guy Renardo Green is more like Tariq Woolen as a press man guy.
I'm so glad you said that, bro. There's so much untapped potential on this team that people are upset with, and Green being one of them, bro. Green being one of them. That guy, you see it when he flashes, Wayne, he freaking flashes, right? It's a coach's job to get that kid to play consistently. You got a secondary-minded guy here now. Let him cook, bro. I'm telling you, let him cook. I'm telling you, let him cook.
Listen.
I think that if we ask this luxury or need, going after a corner high in free agency or high in the draft, that's luxury to me this year. I
think corner, I think you address it. You got a couple of 4th round picks. If you're going to do it, I think they get it in the 4th round, if so. And I'm with you on that. I don't know if corner is necessarily the need you want. It all comes down to the fit that Raheem Morris wants. We know that Deommodore Lenoir, Demo, is the guy so far.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is he going to mesh well with Raheem Morris and Gray? I don't know. But I feel like the guys that they like, that AJ Terrell, even though that wasn't a guy he drafted in Atlanta, he inherited him. I mean, I feel like that's more what Renardo Green is. I've been asking, like, you're drafting these press man corners, these guys that can get physical at the line of scrimmage, and you play them, you make them play this zone, and then they make all these mistakes, and I just don't understand. Are they capable of playing zone? Or, are they capable of getting better in playing zone? Because they are man corners. Why draft a man corner and then make them play zone?
This is exactly what we're talking about with the wide 9. Why are we forcing these dudes that you clearly see struggling to do that and just keep doing it? I just don't get it. That's why I was over everybody. All the secondary coach, get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. I just don't want to see it no more. These are man guys. They built for it, bro. They're built for it. Go out there and man up, man.
I agree 1,000%. Tanisha says, going up against McDonald's defense, we need to revamp the offense. This is going to be the main man. And I think that's where they do it, Tanisha, in free agency moving forward. Kyle got to start working on his master plan with the offense. And I think Kyle just got to get better pieces up front. Peachy says that damn secondary has got to get
upgraded. Let me ask you this, Mike. Does it have to get upgraded or does it have to develop?
It has to get developed. We have invested a lot in that secondary. We have invested more in that secondary and defensive line than any other two position groups on this entire team. This entire team, early, late, and everything in between. They got to develop. They got to develop, man. How about you stop giving them different coaches and coordinators every fucking year? How about that for a second, huh? Let's give them some consistency. I understand. Oh, let's stick with the same system. Let's stick with the same system. The system's not working. Look at your guys, assess the guys, and put them in a system that works. That's why I'm hoping Raheem Morris can come in here and do what he's doing. And when I saw that he brought Gray over, I was like, yes, I want to see him bring some of his guys over here. And then when they did it for the secondary, Wayne, you know how you said you did a happy dance when Fleury left? Happy dance when I saw that.
My only concern, and I agree with Peachy too, they got to upgrade. Here's why, and they got to develop. But here's my thing. Both could be right. Both
the development could be the upgrade.
Or, hear me out. What if, all right, let's do this quick. Let's look at the receivers. Let's go. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Puka Nakua. Are those guys coverable? What's his name? From the Marvin Harrison Jr. and the other guy, Michael Wilson. You look at our DBs. I feel like our DBs match up better against the Cardinals receivers more than the shifty, twitchy guys. That's where Peachy might be right when she talks about upgrade. You may need. Ask Eric Crocker when you get a chance. You may need twitchy DBs. I don't think we're built that way. I think
Puka
Demo is. But that's it.
Right. But Puka's a zone beater. He's not a man beater. He's a zone beater, bro.
He's a zone beater, but we're still gonna be this. We're still gonna play zone. We're gonna have zone and man concepts, or vice versa. Like we're still gonna be in zone. You know, you're not gonna man up against 3 wideouts all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you ask yourself, you know. But my question is, do we have the twitchy guys? Do we have the guys that can cover the crossers?
When I look at Upton's feet. When I look at Green's feet,
Upton for sure. Upton is another.
When I look at Lenore's feet, they have the feet to do it. They have those choppy steps.
That's all I'm asking.
But we gotta coach it into them, man. Let's go, man.
That's all I'm asking.
Boys, man.
That's all I'm asking. Cinnamon Kiss, great show. Just win, baby. Thank you for the super chat contribution.
You remember when I thought her name was Cinnamonkeys?
I don't think the word monkeys fly around.
I still see it, bro.
Yeah,
I still see it though. I still see Cinnamonkeys.
I thought it was cute. Kiss. I don't know where you got that from, but I see it now. I see it now. I see it.
It's all good.
I see it. All right, check this out though. If you can't cover, you can't compete. And I think the Niners, what Mike just said, was on point, right? We got DBs. They need to be coached up. And they need to have some type of consistency back there, especially in the corner side.
Yeah, for the sake of the exercise, I got 2 corner names I'm gonna throw at you real quick, and you tell me what you think of them.
Okay.
All right. Alontae Taylor and Greg Newsome.
I like Alontae Taylor's length. I didn't know Greg Newsome was a free agent. He got released?
Did I look up?
No, you might be right. I think he got released. Now that I think about it. Greg Newsome, was he just refresh my memory? Greg Newsome out of Washington? Am I wrong? Am I right? Let me know in the chat. I like those guys. I don't know if they're trash.
He was with Jacksonville, but let me see. I might be wrong though. I thought he was a free agent. I could be wrong though. I absolutely could be wrong. He was with Jacksonville. He went from Cleveland. He went to Jacksonville in the middle of the year last year. Was he traded? All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not a free agent. All right, let me see.
But I like it. I like those guys. I think those guys fit. I really think, you know, those guys would fit this offense. But again, if we talk about changing that when I said Washington, I meant college. I meant was he a Husky? Washington Husky, not the Commanders. Was he a Washington Husky? I feel like that's what I remember that name, Greg Newsome, coming out of college. That's gonna come out.
No, he went to Northwestern. He was the first round pick. Went to Northwestern. Yeah,
Northwestern. Gotcha. All right. Look. If they go corner, we've seen them go corner. If they go corner, it is what it is. Poll reminder, guys: offensive line, quarterback, edge, or a weapon. Let's get to the weapon segment. I don't know much more time Mike has, but all right, man. Name The offensive weapons on the 49ers.
Currently.
Yes.
Weapons. Christian
Weapons.
McCaffrey.
One.
George Kittle.
Injured.
Brock Purdy.
You consider Brock a weapon. I love it.
I consider his legs a weapon, absolutely.
Absolutely. I didn't think
When
you
that, when that kid is on
page.
fire, for sure. I told y'all he won me over this year. I saw some things from him from a certain stretch, and I liked what I saw.
Let's talk about some of these guys that are available. Out of your tight ends, I think your top two guys would be Kyle Pitts and David Njoku. You get a yak monster and a freaking freak.
I won't even disagree with you there.
Okay,
Yep.
and then go in wide receiver. I would say the top two names. I think right now one would be Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans. I feel like those would be your top two sure guys that have produced consistently year after year, except for due to injury this past season that stand out. But do you have any other names at the wide receiver position that you feel like the 49ers can target as a weapon? Those guys are weapons.
Yeah, so
Not just wide receiver, weapons.
not just wide receivers. I think the only weapon would be Alec Pierce because my other name is Treylon Burks, and I think he would be a good complementary piece, not a weapon. I think Treylon would be a good complementary piece. That's 6'2". I like his frame, his arm length, and I think that he would be someone that we could use in the red zone. I don't expect Juwan Jennings coming back,
No,
and I
he's
think
done.
that he could give us some of that work.
He's gonna get bread. He's gonna get paid.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think the tough yardage across the middle Treylon could do, but I wouldn't consider him a weapon. The same way I think that Pearsall is a piece. I don't think Pearsall is a weapon yet. I haven't seen the weapon out of Pearsall.
I think that's a good way we use the terminology of weapon, right? Because what can these guys do? I think that's what's missing from the 49ers offense.
Game-changing ability is what makes you a weapon.
Yeah, right. So I know a lot of people crap on Deebo Samuel, but listen, regardless if he could run a route or not, that cat was a weapon.
He was a weapon. Yeah, Deebo was a weapon for sure.
He was a weapon. And the difference between him and Brandon Ayuk was separation. So Brandon's weapon artillery was his ability to be able to make spectacular catches and create separation. I don't think we have any of those guys in the receiving room. Is there a wide receiver out there other than Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, guys you know that are X's, dominant, alphas, can come in here, force defenses? The key is to force the defense.
They don't become free.
But they're free agents.
They're free agents because they're old and they're not like, no, we shouldn't be looking at those guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love Mike Evans. Y'all know I go to bat.
I think Tyreek Hill, if you took away the off the field stuff, I still think he has speed. I don't think speed leaves just like that. Now, as far as him playing, maybe, but that's a weapon. I think he's more of a weapon than Mike Evans.
Yes, absolutely. 1,000%.
So are you going weapon here, or do we need because we need another offensive weapon, bro, so that Ricky can eat?
We do, and I just don't know that if there's a weapon available.
What about Alec Pierce from the Colts?
Well, he's the downfield threat guy, right?
Is he a weapon?
He's got more size. The problem is consistency, right? And the Colts have had their struggles with the quarterback position the last couple of seasons, and they've shuffled. He's played with 3 guys in 2 seasons, right? So I don't really know if we've seen enough from him. He had the captain. He earned the right to be a captain. That tells you he's a good locker room guy, but I don't know. I can't say for certain that he's a weapon. I don't know that.
That's pretty dope. Sometimes, Mike, the best defense is 35 points.
Mm-hmm.
Does it need it? Doesn't need any explanation, right? Sometimes you just got to score on the offensive side.
Yeah, except when you're playing the Bears.
Except for when you're playing it. You are wrong. You're right though. Like you can't get no righter. Let me ask you this question, Mike: Is a weapon a need, or is it just for fun? Like, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking free agency. We're not talking about trading.
I'll tell you this. Here's my final answer. Focusing on the offensive side of the ball alone. If a weapon is going to cost you a good offensive lineman, don't do it and get that lineman.
But if you don't, okay, let's just say the offensive line, Wyatt Teller would be another a guard on the offensive line that I would like to go get. He's not coming back to the Browns. Let's just say this, right? Let's say you miss out on Linderbaum because you get outbidded. This team's with way more money, right? You get outbid. Let's say Wyatt Teller is a guy is on your list, but he's not the guy that. Let's just say there's a higher guy in free agency you want to go after. Would you go after the Chubb defensive end if he's available? Would you go after the weapon if he's available? Depending on your ranking of these players, I feel like they rank the players, right? Like they rank.
Yeah. You don't settle for a center. You don't do that. You don't just go and take him just because. So if you don't get Linderbaum, then you can allocate those funds somewhere else and get somebody else. So then that makes a guy like Chubb available. Then you know what I'm saying? That makes you now you can take some of those millions that you were going to throw in that pot and now lure a guy like Chubb here. But that center should be your top priority. That you know what's crazy? A good center in this system might be a weapon. How crazy does that sound? How crazy does that sound, bro?
Bro,
I think Raheem Mostert can.
Oh my gosh!
For his career here,
you have to
for the remainder of his NFL career.
You have to because he went to a different team with whack ass centers and was nothing.
Played with him before, played with him after. Here's where it really sparked. He did have a good season in Miami that one year, but I'm just saying, like he could thank the Niners center for that. I think a center opens up everything. So. Yeah, that's what I got, man. Let me ask you this question while we're talking about weapons and offensive players. Would you rather bring back Brian Robinson or sign Breece Hall?
Mike.
I'm listening.
Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of question is that, Mike? So
hear me out.
Breece Hall's gonna cost you.
Not going nowhere.
I don't care. Breece Hall's gonna cost you some bread, but if you really don't want that,
what's he gonna cost you? $12 million?
Yeah, he's gonna be a high sought free agent. Probably at the end of the day, my point is that's $12 million you already spending on the running backs. You gonna spend it twice?
That's what I'm asking you.
But I'd rather have. I mean, if the money isn't an issue, give me Breece Hall. But if the money is gonna keep me from getting the other pieces that we need, you're gonna have to go with a different type of running back. The Niners are gonna sign a veteran running back, but Breece Hall is young, coming off his first contract, and in this offense, he could take the realms of Christian McCaffrey. All right, McCaffrey, you split out to wide receiver. You line up in the slot. Can you imagine those two pieces on the football? Listen, I'm looking at getting a weapon. I'm probably the only person that would welcome Deebo Samuel back. I still think he could be utilized as a weapon, not a wide receiver, as a weapon. Okay, there it is. All right, let me get to the poll. The poll question was, what's the one missing piece in free agency for the 49ers? The options were elite edge rusher, offensive lineman, lockdown corner, and another offensive weapon. Mike, what do you think the group, the poll, the people, the community, they chose?
I think they're going to go with the elite edge rusher.
They went 64% went with the offensive line upgrade, man. 64%.
Wayne, you got to applaud.
They've been asking for offensive linemen since 1992,
bro. These people know football. They know football. You got to applaud the audience, man. They've been paying attention, and they really see what's important, bro. They really see what's important.
They do. It's important, and we won't see it early because the continuity got to gel. But when it comes down to January, that's when you're going to notice.
It won't even take that long. 5 weeks. If they get a full
no. I'm just saying.
Don't trade for somebody in the middle of the season. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to
early.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to January football, when games are won and lost in the trenches, that's when you're going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that chose offensive line upgrade. 20% on the edge rusher, 4% on the corner, and then 12% on the weapon. All right. If I'm making the call, me personally, and I want to get Mike's making the call, out of these four positions, which one are you prioritizing? Are you agreeing with the community here as the offensive line upgrade? Or are you going with one of these different positions?
I'm going to go with the offensive line. I just said it. That center could be a weapon. And like you said, sometimes the best defense
If I'm,
It's a great offense.
it's a great offense. I think if I'm making the call though, I know my offense can be suffice. I need that. I need the edge. Those guys are hard to develop. They're hard to find, and if you get the proven one, the Niners.
Right.
But the Niners haven't gotten that
what's the-
proven one in here yet. They
Give me
drafted
2
one.
minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I want to go with what you just said.
Okay.
You said your offense can suffice.
Yeah.
Your offense can suffice against the Titans. Your offense can suffice against the Falcons.
Mhm.
Right? But it starts in the division.
Mhm.
Who's the big bad wolf in the division now?
Seattle. They're Super Bowl champs.
Offense is not sufficient against them. I'm
It
sorry.
wasn't.
We saw
It wasn't.
three
It
times
wasn't.
this year, bro.
It wasn't sufficient. And hear me out. It wasn't sufficient due to the lack on our defense. And I know that doesn't make sense, but our defense was on the field all the time, and that's going to be different when you get Fred Warner back, Nick Bosa back, and whatever you do up front. So even if we don't move the ball offensively like we want against that big bad defense, neither will their offense. And so now it becomes a game. And I think that's the way stupid ass Kyle Shanahan looks at things sometimes. Like I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go back to that first game, the last game of the season, it was a close game. Offense couldn't move the ball, but neither could their offense. And then they blew us apart, obviously, in the NFC in the divisional round. But I do agree of getting the center, but Mike, we couldn't get to the quarterback to save our life. And just think, if we just got to Sam Darnold, if we just get to these quarterbacks, it could be a totally different thing. You give your offense better field position. You get turnovers. I don't know. I just
I
it
hope
is
y'all
what
are
it
right.
is.
I hope
And
y'all are right.
and
feel like
offensively, I think as much as I want the center, I think not having an XY receiver hurt us more than not having a center.
you know that division round game was over on the opening kickoff.
Opening kickoff.
How many points
bro.
the Niners put up?
Opening kickoff, bro. Opening
I just
kickoff.
like, and that's why I don't agree. Like, I just,
No,
I
that's
don't know.
fine, bro. We listen. It's all love,
Yeah.
bro. You ain't gotta agree with me. I ain't gotta agree with you. This times we going Maki Dada, and this time we
Right.
not. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, close doesn't win Lombardis, and that's where Mike is coming from. Like he doesn't want to be close. He wants the offense to be a fine, well-oiled machine. So do I. I'm not gonna lie. I just think that defense wins championships, and I'm gonna stay and stick on that. And when your defense is intact, that's where it comes down to play. All right. So I'll be back Friday, and I'll be talking to them some other stuff on Friday, man. Probably some realistic free agent fits or whatever like that. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button, player. Thank y'all so much for being members of the Breezy Bunch crew. Shout out to everybody on Nothing But Niners channel as well. All right, replay that gang vote in the pinned comment. And don't forget to follow us on our X's and other platforms. You guys have been amazing. Keep it faithful to the Bay. Mike, we out. Peace. What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.